Alright, here we are with the jungle pre-level 20 video, or pre-level 30 video, playing some League of Rito. And I just got a leash from my mid laner, which I haven't seen since probably which one's the last time I saw a leash from a mid laner? Season 4? Now, I did just make a critical mistake in not going for my blue immediately. My whole primary goal here is to level 230 pretty quickly. So I'm, going for some early game aggression, and I messed up pretty heavily by going for Raptors, because by the time I get to this Kha'Zix's red, he's likely already going to have started it and finished it. And that's not true at all. He's asking for help. In fact, I don't know where this Kha'Zix is. There he is. Nice. Okay. Well, I got first blood, which is nice. What is that? Oh, okay. Okay. So that worked out pretty well. So, I want to try to go, like, kind of do a instructive video on League of Legends. Where's the thing? That's weird. Dude, where is this thing? So my primary purpose here is to basically play mid, top, and jungle. I hate bot lane, and you're never gonna see me play it too often. Okay. Thanks, partner. Showing some different caveats of the game. So this is going to be filed, this is just going to be a general video, but after this I'm probably going to do some pre-level like 30 stuff, some videos, go into some I don't know why that guy's still up there. Basically start off pre-level 30, do some videos on that. I have one account that's like silver. I don't play on pretty much ever, but I'll play on that a little bit to get some exposure to that. And then I have one account that's platinum. I'm probably going to try to hard push this season to diamond on that. Maybe higher. I don't know what my skill level is, but essentially breaking down the game the way I see it. And a playstyle that you can adopt that's maybe a little different from normal. I'm not going to play conventional picks and champions and stuff like that. It's just not my style. So, you're going to see that. Probably me breaking down some cool different things you can do. Let's see if I can help out here. Yeah. Don't have really anything to help out with. That guy got the thing warded, but we're actually take the dragon here. There's pretty much no way Kha'Zix sees this. Gonna use my E. So typically when you're playing Master E, let's start off with explaining this champion. You don't want to use your E ever, like in the jungle. It's not a good idea, generally speaking. And the reason for that is it means if somebody comes into my jungle, say Kha'Zix comes into my jungle to counter jungle me, or he goes to check on dragon right there, I don't have E up for a fight now, which means my damage output is significantly lower. Now, it used to be that you also really didn't want to use it because you had a passive, and I just noticed they, I guess, removed that passive from Master Yi's kit of damage, so it may be more beneficial now to use your E on cooldown. I don't know the numbers. I just, as a general rule of thumb, if you can get away with not using your E, that's the best route to take because you never know when you're going to get left on. Now, Kha'Zix you can see is down there, so we can be a little loose with our E usage here. But general rule of thumb, don't use your E to take jungle camps. It's just not worth it. Okay, we'll get some view. She's level 7. I don't know when that happened, but we're gonna try to kill her here. And I just smited a minion, so that's really impressive. Nice. Let's see if I get out of here. Probably have to ult. Don't know if that was necessary, but we'll ult out of there anyway. So, especially at these early levels, you can get away with taking Ignite, and I would recommend doing so. The ability that comes with Flash is definitely useful, especially later in the game. You know, Ignite will lose its use, but for early lane ganking and stuff like that, a Master Yi having Ignite is so huge. You know, if it's level 2, I can walk in the lane, have somebody really low, you know, alpha them, and then next thing you know, I ignite them, and suddenly that's another 100 plus damage with previous wounds that basically means it guarantees me to kill. So I would definitely recommend going Ignite, especially early on, like pre-level 30. I go it in silver too, a lot. I think it's just typically the best thing to go. But again, Flash is always good. Flash scales really well. You know, Flash allows you to do things with Master Yi that you can't normally do. I just prefer getting the early lead, and right now in the game state, the early lead is everything. It's been that way for quite a while actually in this game. A long time ago, in like Season 5 and stuff like that, Season 6 and 7, it used to be you just hang on and scale, pick a late game tank, pick a scaling champion, but not anymore. That's not how the game works anymore. So at this point, I'm gonna try to get some vision down. We have Dragon in 1:40, so unlikely that we'll be, yeah, nothing's here. That's unfortunate. You know what I can do is just go push out Akali's lane for get a nice heal there. Push out Echo's lane while he's not there. Get some pressure on the turret. You know, actually I'll go do that again. There's really nothing I can do at the moment. They're fighting bot. I could have helped bot. I don't really care to, because I don't really care. I don't want to. If I ignite, I'd probably try to fight her right now. Instead, what I'm going to do is now go bot, now that she has to have a little bit of presence in the lane. So if they fight, it looks like they are. Yeah, they die. Okay, that champion's kind of annoying. But, yeah, so, again, back to before I tunnel visioned and just lock screened on that. I think Ignite's good to take, so, and I think Master Yi's a decent champion. Not great, but decent. As for how I approach my clears, like when I'm trying to cheese from this side, what I like to do, I'm actually going to go over here and try to sneak this dragon again. See, note that I have Ignite ready, so if Kha'Zix comes to contest, I should be okay. I should be able to take him in a 1v1, especially if I had ult, which I do not, but it looks like Kha'Zix is down there. That's funny. I don't know if they have this sorted. That's what I thought. They were predicting it. Okay. That's fine. I don't really need to do it right away. Go back to farming instead. Obviously, if you get a kill bot lane, that means you can do it. I'm not gonna force anything though. A kill top lane doesn't really mean much for us, unfortunately. I could go ahead and try to do it now. Just try to force it and just hope that we have the presence to beat them. I think that's what I'll do. There we go. Yeah. They couldn't really do anything right there, and the reason for that being we're just stronger than they are, frankly. So, like I was saying, I need to get better at this, but jungle pathing, I'm not sure what's the most efficient route. Again, I don't really play this game dedicated enough to care about efficiency and stuff like that. I'm gonna help out here. Yeah, they die here. Like I was saying, most efficient route, I would say when I'm bot side, like I did, except without the Raptors, I like to go immediately to their side. So basically what I do is I get red and I path up, take my blue. You can take Raptors if you want to, or wolves, sorry. It's pretty easy to take wolves, so I definitely don't think it's a bad choice. But I immediately path up. So I take red and then I go to blue. I'll either do wolves first or not, it depends. But from there you can just run straight to the enemy red buff. And you can just sit there. And you kill. You get kill. You saw, there's really nothing they can do, unfortunately, for them. And here we are, and I have a Guinsoo's finished. This game's pretty much a stomp at this point. At this point, I just scale into madness. Only Malphite can really keep me in check, and Malphite's easy enough to play around late game, has Master Yi, that it's really no big deal. I'm not sure why their Kha'Zix is bot lane. Oh, that's Neeko. That's... okay, so it shows the items, and I didn't know that it showed the items on that. I don't see enough Neeko. She, like, came in and then was just forgotten. How many autos can I cancel? So when I'm topside's not so hard, I don't think, because you can basically just start your red or something, run immediately to their blue, or depending on who you're playing against, you can actually triple buff them if you coordinate with your team, and you can essentially you can essentially take their buff, take their Gromp, you know, depending on what you start. You can take everything that they have, and there's really nothing they can do about it for them if you coordinate with your team. Now, if they play around it pretty well, yeah, you know, things can happen. And I see Jhin being killed here, and I really just don't care. You'll notice that when I'm playing pre-level 30, I don't care what happens. I'm gonna lock screen. I'll kill her now. She dies. But I don't really care. I'm gonna lock screen, and I'm gonna do what I want, because that's how you should play. And that's how, to an extent. Is that stun? I actually thought that just rooted. So that shows how much I know about Neeko. Oh, okay. I should back off here. Just go do my Gromp. That's not a Malphite, that was Neeko. Man, that champion's really got me messed up. I have no idea who it is. That's hilarious. But essentially what you want to do as a jungler is play to your dragons. Occasionally gank here and there when it's free, but play to your dragons. Don't give up easy XP leads. This is something when I first started this preseason, I was terrible at. I kept giving up XP leads because I would try to make these big plays, you know, Season 7 centric. And that's just not how this season is. You need to be proactive, but not necessarily ganking 24/7. You want to be farming and taking objectives and applying pressure without necessarily showing in lane. It's like silent pressure, essentially. It's a pretty cool thinking, you know. And this Akali's gonna die now. I'm not even gonna worry about it. Dragon's up in 7. Let's just go get Dragon. They'll get the kill anyway. Again, I don't want to use E here. Now, E would shred this dragon, but I don't want to use it. Why? Because I don't need it. And say somebody comes, like this Lucian, I'm going to let him live, because why not? But say Lucian came to contest that. I don't know what he's doing. This Nico should not be sitting under this tower. Okay, Nico just has destroyed me in the 2 times we have crossed paths, and that's funny. I should probably let her live at this point. Should I finish boots? I'll probably buy Ionians. Sure, why not? But like I was saying, you just want to apply pressure silently if you can. While obviously ganking if you have free opportunities. You just don't want to waste time. You don't have time to waste. Games end in like 20 minutes. You can tell who's going to win probably 8 minutes into the game, if not sooner. You don't have time to waste. You got to get going, you know? It looks like this is a bit of a stomp. Anyway, this is probably the only full game I'll upload. I may upload more full games. I'm not sure. But this is how most of my games have been going recently. They're pretty much stomps. Even on my main account that's Platinum, it's not super hard. Platinum is a very saturated elo right now. There are a lot of bad players in Platinum. So it's harder to play my other champions. You know, I'm a top lane main. I love playing top lane. And a lot of the characters I play are very much not good necessarily. Like top lane's already just a complete trash lane. Right now it's easily the worst lane in League of Legends at the moment, which is interesting because it used to be exactly the opposite. But yeah, there's a lot of matchups that top lane has that just do not go well. And let's see if they think they can fight this. No. Well, I didn't see Malphite there. That was bad. That was not good. And this is what happens when your brain's kind of turned off. But ideally, you know, I have some matchups on top lane that are decent. Ban Garen, ban Mordekaiser, and you should be good. I need to kill Malphite for that last bounty. Look at that healing. 3,388 healing. Conqueror's held me for 534. I wonder, I'm trying to figure out if Conqueror's really worth it. And I know that sounds crazy. That really does sound crazy, you know, is Conqueror worth it? Conqueror's like the best rune in the game right now, but I'm just curious. Like, Coup de or Triumph has almost given me as much as Conqueror, which I just find interesting. Let's take this Grom. But what I'm gonna do at this point is just go top, and this is really what you need to be doing, unless you can just 1v5. And at this point, You know, there's a lot of CC. I could maybe 1v5, but why risk it when I can take any of them one-on-one? Especially with how my team's doing. I don't need to be forcing the issue, trying to go in 1v5. So I'm just gonna split push top. Now Malphite could respond. Malphite, I could 1v1 under certain conditions. Not if he's like under turret. I cannot dive him or anything like that. Yeah. And that's just the nature of Malphite. I do have Bork now, so theoretically I could go back and take that red real quick. Thanks, buddy. I'm actually gonna back and recall. Why? Again, it's pre-level 30. I really don't care. I can do whatever I want. Which may sound like really bad advice. But this pre-level 30, you can do whatever you want and carry these games. And you know, they're gonna start it, they're probably gonna lose it. That's just how these things go. I don't really care. Where do I have AP from? Oh, Guinsus. Cool. I'm gonna stack. They all die. They all die. And this is what Master Yi does right here. And I still have ult for a long time. This guy dies. Gets a kill. Again, I could have been doing this from the beginning. I didn't really want to, because I want to do whatever I want to do. Which is not... It's just F around, you know, this is a who cares match. Oh, looks like they surrendered, whatever. But anyway, that's just kind of an introduction to what I'm looking to do here. I'm gonna have probably several series. I'm gonna have a road to diamond, which may not sound like much. I wanna have a road to, you know, a duel, like I duo on one of my other accounts. A road to 30. But that's it for now, and I will see you soon with my next video.